I had another dream that the stock market crashed eventually. Yeah, we were actually at Home Depot. And this was the price for a little box, $1 million.
So everything was expensive, and there was hardly anything on the shelves, and the market crashed. And what was happening with the people that you told me? Okay.
They were begging for food on the streets. Yeah, I was actually watching the news on a TV about this new market crash. There was a new virus.
A new virus. Okay.
I actually, I told you there were zombies in the dream, so also this was a new virus. There were lots of other stuff than just a big market crash. You know what it was?
What?
There was this new virus called Ebola.
Okay.
Something mixed with that word. The people had flies around them. Their flesh was hanging, and their skin started to rip, and then thus exposing the rotten and gray and saggy flesh, and really dry flesh and meat.
Sick. They were really sick.
Well, they were not just sick; they were infected and they were torn down.
Oh no! So
people, bodies and everything, even their eyes. Their eyes were starting to turn bloody and bloodshot eyes. I mean, after all of that, there was blood coming out of their eyes. Literally everything was shut down due to all these things. Millionaires out there were literally had no money. Even Elon Musk himself didn't have any money.
Oh, wow.
Well, after all of that, people started to lose their minds. They started going insane. They started hallucinating. They started seeing things. They eventually became cannibalist. Yeah, people were going to court crying to their judges and lawyers, please, and then begging them, saying, please, give us money. We are so poor. We're eventually going to die like this. And then they started to hit each other. They started to slap each other in the face. They even slapped and committed suicide. I did not tell you this. On the news, they also talked about a new world religion, and then I saw there was actually these girls on the news, and they were half naked. Those type of girls, they put highly inappropriate pictures of them on the news and on poster signs of buildings. Yeah, they were showing their butts. Yeah.
And were they dancing appropriately?
Yeah, they were definitely dancing on the news inappropriately.
Okay.
And they were doing all that. The girls and boys were doing all that even after everything that was happening.
Wow.
You know who appeared in the sky through the clouds? Let me say it. It was Jesus Christ himself. He appeared in the sky. He was in a pink cloud, I guess. This pink cloud that came out of nowhere. And then God was in the background watching. Went below the clouds on a white horse. And then, oh my God, I didn't tell you this, but he had a golden staff. A golden staff that had also diamonds on it. He said to himself about the world, look at the world now. This is really what they deserve for all their punishments that they've been doing to children, women, and the world. He was so angry, he actually caused all of this to happen. He caused them to be eaten, he caused them to get gore on them, and then with the gore killed.
So you're saying this was like a punishment?
It was a very bad punishment, yes. Yes, he had a serious and angry face on like this. And actually, Jesus was actually a big version of himself. So when he was in the sky, he was big, and then God, in the back of him watching and not saying anything, completely silent, was even bigger.
What was Jesus wearing when you saw him in this dream?
He was wearing red robe, white shiny, sparkly gown,
and then
down to here, and then his hair, black. The color this color hair.
This is brown.
That brown. Oh my God! I can't believe you have almost the same color hair as Jesus. And then, so anyway, back to the topic. So his hair was down to here.
Okay, down to his shoulder.
I guess as you know, the horse was completely nude white.
Oh wow!
And it had a little bit of sparkles and shine.
Little sparkles.
But yeah, of course, had some kind of weird eyes. You know what it was? Fire eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, Jesus' eyes were completely white, glowing white.
Okay. Wow.
It was like it was like he had nothing in his eyes, but his eyes were there, just no pupil and completely white.
Completely white. Was it glowing or not glowing?
Glowing.
Okay. So Jesus came, and when he was coming on the horse, was he upset or was he happy?
He was actually.
What was his mood?
He was really upset. So what he said was that, well, look at them now, and that they've been acting so bad, and this is what they deserve for killing off and tormenting children, women, and people.
Okay, and destroying the earth.
And yes, and making the earth sad and destroying the earth, and even destroying nature.
Okay, and then what did Jesus? Did the bad people see Jesus coming or no? Well,
the bad people saw him, and then they went like this: Jesus, wait up, please. We believe in you now, so please take us into that beautiful place, which is heaven. Yeah, he said no, violent or gun or any type of person and bad person shall enter heaven.
Wow.
But some started getting really angry, but some started getting really scared and frightened. And then they started realizing what would happen to them and when they died, and what would happen to them in the end. And then that's why they got angry and also scared.
Oh, wow. He said no violent person will enter.
No, it was like this: no violent, gun, thief, or any bad person shall enter heaven.
Okay.
How shall enter the gates of heaven? Even
That's what he said. The gates of heaven.
yes.
Okay. You said that when we were at Home Depot, what happened to you when you saw Jesus, and what happened to us?
When I saw Jesus in the sky waiting for me. Well, actually, he didn't. Well, there was actually a portal, this white heavenly, completely glowing white portal opened up to heaven that led to the gates of heaven. It opened up, started rising into heaven. I turned into a soul. It actually felt good to turn into a soul. But in the blink of an eye, you guys can transform into souls. You went up with me. You went through the heaven portal with me.
Okay.
The portal made the sound.
You didn't hear it?
Oh yeah, I heard that trumpet.
You heard a what?
I heard that trumpet.
What did it sound like?
It was a golden trumpet. It sounded like this.
So did you see a lot of Christians go up with Jesus when he came?
Some Christians were bad Christians. They were left behind. They believed in this satanic cult.
Oh. So there was Christians that were not really following God, you think?
Yeah, they worship these scary demons. Not scary. They worship these demons, which were not gods. They were demons. They worship demons, and then false idols and gods and spirits. And then, you know what happened to them in the end? They went into the lake of fire.
Yeah. Do you think that people are ready for Jesus' return?
Nope.
Jesus said he was coming to get you or something?
Yeah, God told asked Jesus in the dream, after all of this, where will I be? And what are you gonna do now with me? And he said, don't worry, I am coming to get you into heaven. I got to go to heaven.
Okay. And what did you see? Were you able to see anything? Or?
Well, I got only glimpses, and that's why I can't describe what I saw.
And then you woke up, you said?
Yeah.